Hey Viking fans, breaking news this hour. The Minnesota Vikings have named their new defensive coordinator. Let's talk about him next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skol brothers and sisters. This is Skol World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skol World. Make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment so I can Hulk smash the YouTube algorithms. Let's do it. Thank you for getting me over 1,500 subscribers. Let's go to 2,000. Let's do it. I want to do it this summer. All right, guys. Brian Flores is agreed to be the defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. That's Brian Flores right there, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Now, I put out a video saying, hey, he's not my first choice. I have questions about his time in Miami as how that defense played, especially his third year there, how it didn't get better, it got worse from the second year. So I had concerns. All right. That team didn't improve. I had no qualms about any baggage coming from that mess of a situation in Miami. I do fault him for trying to get rid of Tua to go get another quarterback. That is not how you build a locker room. But he's our D coordinator, not our head coach. So Brian Flores spurned the Denver Broncos D coordinator job and the Arizona Cardinals head coaching job, which he still was going to interview for, a second interview with the Cardinals. He decided, nope, I'm going to be the defensive coordinator for the Vikings. So all those people who were saying that nobody wants to be our coach, fly a kite. We're a destination franchise. We got the facilities, we got the ownership, we got the GM, we got the coach. We got a lot of things going for us. Only thing we needed was a replacement D coordinator and be effective in the draft and free agency, and we will turn this defense around. Now, Brian Flores will be the guy. One thing I know for sure is Brian Flores is aggressive, and that is a welcome change in Minnesota. Now, the Vikings did a write-up for him, Eagan, Minnesota. The Vikings on Monday announced they have hired Brian Flores as defensive coordinator. Flores is joining Minnesota after spending 2022 as senior defensive assistant linebackers coach with the Pittsburgh Steelers and reconnecting with the Vikings head coach Kevin O'Connell, nearly 15 years that they first overlapped with the Patriots. O'Connell's a player. In 2008, Flores was transitioning from work in New England's pro scouting department to coaching, beginning as a special teams assistant with the Patriots, drafted O'Connell, a QB in the third round. Flores helped in that role for 2 seasons before adding work with the offense in 2010. Sorry, I'm still getting over this sinus infection. And shifting to defense in 2011. He's been on both sides of the ball. I like that. He was the Patriots sideline for 11 seasons after 4 total in the scouting department. I like that he has scouting experience. I think that is a big deal. He knows how to evaluate players, or at least has experience doing that. And New England had a very good track record of scouting players. New England won 4 Super Bowls during Flores' time with the Patriots. He is hired as head coach of the Miami Dolphins 2019. Flores held the role for 3 seasons, totaling 24-25 record, which was highlighted by a 10-6 showing in 2020. 2021, team started 1-7. Guys, 1-7, but rallied by winning 8 of its final 9 games. Missed the playoffs, I believe. Flores joined Pittsburgh in 2022 and helped the Steelers. Steelers limit opponents to just 7 rushing touchdowns, which tied with the Patriots for the fewest allowed in the NFL. Pittsburgh pass defense forced the 6th lowest completion percentage, 61.3, in NFL. Players coach by Flores last season included Alex Highsmith, who recorded a career-high 14.5 sacks, awesome, to rank 6th in the NFL, and 5 forced fumbles, tied for the league's lead. And TJ Watt, who totaled 39 tackles and 5.5 sacks in 10 games. In games played by Watt, the Steelers went 8-2, allowed just 16.9 points per game, and recorded 32 sacks and 18 takeaways. In Miami, Flores led the Dolphins to back-to-back winning seasons, for the first time since 2002 and 03. And the 2021 squad won 7 consecutive games after losing 7 in a row. In the prior season, cornerback Xavier Howard led the NFL with 10 interceptions to earn first-time All-Pro status with the AP and the Pro Bowl selection. Miami finished 6th in the NFL that season in scoring defense, allowing 21.1 points per game, and led the league with 29 takeaways. In 2018, Flores helped New England win Super Bowl, Roman numerals, in his first season as the defense play caller and third in the leading the linebackers. So, at the end of his career in New England, he wasn't named defensive coordinator, but he was the play caller. So, there's a lot to be said about that, and I'll dive more in depth in that. So, there's a lot of good things about Brian Flores. One, he's aggressive, and under New England, and 1 year with Miami, he was very successful at calling plays or he had a good defense his second year in Miami. And Steelers did a little bit of a turnaround when he came there as an assistant. So there's a lot to be said, a lot going for Brian Flores. I do believe he was our first choice by the Minnesota Vikings. I wasn't sold on him, but I definitely am not unhappy that we got Brian Flores as our defensive coordinator. Let's go, Skol Vikings. If you're listening to this right now, I got a live show, 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern tonight. Come chat about it. Let's go, Skol Vikings. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skol Vikes.